This is an example of how to create a view and use it inside of code. Now a view is a database virtual table, and the custom view inside of the nHydrate model maps one-to-one to a database view. Now essentially you can create any complicated or arbitrarily complex view that you wish. You can join tables, put case statements, have complex logic statements. Anyway, it will all equate in the end to a virtual table that you can use with a strongly typed, compile time checked LINQ syntax. Now, we have a model here that has a customer table in it, and the customer table has customer ID, discount, first name, last name in it. Now, I'm going to create a view, which I've already done here. I'm going to create a view. It's just like creating a table. You would just click and say new view, and I'm going to name it my new view. And the only difference between this and the other tables is that you have to actually define the SQL syntax. The SQL is free-form SQL. You can type anything you wish into it. Essentially, it just gives you a text box, so you can, inside of SQL Management Studio, create whatever SQL statement that you want to use for this view. Now, I'm just using one particular table, customer, but of course you could interjoin this with other tables to create whatever view you wish. I'm just going to show how you can wrap a complex logic statement into a single field. Now, you will notice inside of customer, here are the fields. So I'm going to click on the SQL of my view. You'll notice that all I've done is said select the customer ID, the first name, and the discount here. And also I'm creating a fake field called isGreatDiscount. Now essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a case statement, and I'm going to say if the discount is greater than 5%, then just return 1, else return 0. Then I'm going to cast this as a Boolean, so the 1 and 0 will just become true and false. So essentially we're creating a Boolean field called isGreatDiscount that's going to be true or false when it's returned. Now all this will equate out to a view in the end. So this is just a SQL statement that will compile, and on our view we need to actually define the columns because it doesn't actually know what columns are going to be output. It's just it will take any SQL statement you put there. So I'm going to create the proper columns, which is customer ID, discount, and first name. Those are physical fields inside of the customer table, but also there's this new bit that we're going to name isGreatDiscount, and this will equate to a real field inside of our view, and we can treat it as such. We can run queries on it. So this is all we need to do, and now we'll say tools and generate all, which I've already done, and compile everything. And when we go to a little piece of code to actually look at it, you'll see just like a table, it's taking the object name and proper cased it and such, and it's also put collection on the end for the collection, and just the object name for the object. So essentially what I want to do is I want to choose all of the objects inside of this collection that have isGreatDiscount equal true. So I can just write a LINQ statement, and there's a static method run select on the view just like there is on tables. So I can select everything out of the view, or there's a where statement inside of the view. So, and as you'll notice, this is all strongly typed. I can come into here, and these are the exact fields that I've typed into my view: customer ID, first name, isGreatDiscount, and discount. So I'm just going to come through here and say if there is an object inside of the collection to get it. We can actually run this, and that hits the database right there. It's essentially saying select everything from that view where isDiscount equal true, and there is an object in there. We can actually see what object is in there. You can see from here that the count is 1. So I'll get this 1 and get the discount, and if you look at the discount, it's 12.123456789. So essentially this looks just like a table. So we select this, pull the object out, and we can start treating it just like it's any other object, and that's how you use views.